Orlando Pirates deny Mamelodi Sundowns a winner. Right? Orlando Pirates denied Mamelodi Sundowns a win in the MTN 8 semifinals first leg as Orlando Pirates equalized towards the end of the game. It was about 3 to 2 minutes of regulation time left when Orlando Pirates were able to conjure up an equalizing goal, therefore denying Mamelodi Sundowns a win, and a win that would have meant an advantage for Mamelodi Sundowns going into the second leg of the MTN 8, the MTN 8 semi-finals that will take place in Pretoria at is it Lucas Moripe? Yes, the MTN 8 second leg, the MTN 8 semi-final second leg will take place at Lucas Moripe Stadium in Pretoria. So Mamelodi Sundowns were in the driving seat, from the first half as they were able to get a goal. Through Teboho Mokoena. But for the first time, in the longest of time since the arrival of Coach Pitso Mosimane at Mamelodi Sundowns towards the end of the year 2012, for the first time I saw Mamelodi Sundowns utilizing set pieces, meaning Mamelodi Sundowns relying on set pieces. Because you know that Mamelodi Sundowns, we've come to know Mamelodi Sundowns as a team that has so much quality individually but also as a collective, that they are able to open up, they're able to shake any defense, whatever how resolute that defense may be. But we've always known Mamelodi Sundowns to be able to open up such defense. But for the first time on Saturday, I saw Mamelodi Sundowns relying on set pieces. Because if you watch that match for the entire 90 minutes, the only time when Mamelodi Sundowns looked dangerous, where Mamelodi Sundowns posed serious threat to Orlando Pirates, it was during the set pieces. Because about 2 occasions, Teboho Mokoena had free headers, where Orlando Pirates were unable to deal with those free headers. So you guys go to the comment section and tell me, how did you see the match? What did you make of that match? What are your own analysis of that match? So welcome to the platform. My name is Teboho Skosana. So as I was making the point that somehow it looks like Miguel Cardoso is tampering of the Mamelodi Sundowns identity. The Mamelodi Sundowns that we've known to be able to open up defenses, right? To be able to dissect the opposition. But on Saturday, they were unable to do that. And this is not for the first time. You'd remember that in the second round of the Betway Premiership match last season, where Orlando Pirates defeated Mamelodi Sundowns by 2-1. Again, Mamelodi Sundowns were unable to move Orlando Pirates. You see. So then now let's move to the host team, Orlando Pirates. What we saw the Orlando Pirates coach making changes. He made changes because you'd remember that in the past 3 matches, starting from the match against Polokwane City in the MTN 8 quarterfinals, the match where Orlando Pirates won by 2-0. Then moving to the match against Sekhukhune United at home, the first league match where Orlando Pirates, by the way, they lost to Sekhukhune United, and then their last match before coming to the Sundowns match that they played in Bloemfontein against Marumo Gallants. We saw that he had started most of the new players, but we saw the Mamelodi Sundowns match that he brought back the likes of Talent Mbata and Diano von Rooyen and Evidence Makgoba, because there has been an outcry to say, but why is he changing? Why is he fixing what is not broken? Because what he needed to do is to have a gradual introduction, introducing the new signings into the team gradually. But with the match on Saturday, then we saw that Mashilwane was not there, not even on the bench, because he's been performing quite poorly. Badly. His performances have been poor. That's Seppo Mashilwane. So then we saw the return of the experienced Diano von Rooyen at the right back. And then we saw as well that in the center of the midfield, he dropped Mariko and brought Talent Mbata. Very energetic Talent Mbata, who was able to drive the midfield in terms of going forward, making sure that at least Orlando Pirates gave Mamelodi Sundowns something to think of. But in the first half, Mamelodi Sundowns were very dominant. And although they did not create, see, that's the thing with Sundowns. They dominate possession, but they don't create enough goal-scoring chances. Hence, in the second half, it came back to bite them. Orlando Pirates were able to equalize. But the very important thing we need to point out about the first half is that Orlando Pirates were denied a legitimate goal. That was ruled offside, and that was not an offside from the new signing, very exciting player, is it Kamokhelo Sibilibili. For me, Sibilibili was a man of the match. I know that the man of the match award was handed to Dunyelo, but for me, Sibilibili was my man of the match. And of course, you'd know that in the second half, Sibilibili would go on to score the equalizer. And by the way, by the time Sibilibili scored an equalizer, he was playing as a right back. He started the match as a winger, forward wing. But in the second half, he was moved to the right back after they withdrew Diano van Rooyen. Because of course, you know that the match fitness was going to be an issue, and also considered the intensity of the match. Because just like Talentenbad had not played any matches in the lead up to the match against Sundowns. It was the same thing with Talentenbad, who had to be taken out. But of course, he seemed to have some sort of cramps and stuff. So then that gave an opportunity to Sipho Mbule, who impressed as well. Who impressed after his introduction. He was able to control the middle field. Now, for the first time we saw Mamelodi Sundowns sitting back, a lot of players were able to pin Mamelodi Sundowns back. Because we'd see there's even an opportunity where the young man, Bitumela Radiopana, was supposed to have scored that ball. His first touch after his introduction, after they took out Evidence Makgopa, who had a very good game. Very energetic, that Evidence Makgopa. So, had Radiopana capitalized on that opportunity, Orlando Pirates would have won the match by 2-1. When you consider the fact that Mamelodi Sundowns now, they set back, you could tell that a second goal was just a matter of time that Orlando Pirates would score a second goal. And what I realized about Cardoso, then he started introducing the likes of Matus Obas, Lunga, Divine Lunga. Therefore, he became defensive. That is unheard of in terms of Mamelodi Sundowns, that all of a sudden Mamelodi Sundowns plays this negative football where they want to defend a 1-0 lead. Mamelodi Sundowns would always defend their leads by keeping possession. But now it seems like they want to defend their lead by introducing more defenders. Unfortunately, it has backfired, as it did the match against Pyramids in the CAF Champions League finals. That's how I saw the match, guys. I don't know how you guys saw the match. Thank you for tuning in. Please, guys, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.